Hey, this is Richard Jones again for my cancer-free diary, age days 7 through 9. I just wanted to talk about sort of something that came to me yesterday while I was working on the diary and thinking about it. I saw a video on YouTube and I bookmarked this channel. It's a Canadian resource and it's a Life on ADT. And I got to thinking, when I spoke to the doctor, most of the focus, at least his focus, and maybe rightfully so, was on treating my cancer. But I realized that if you're on the ADT, which is, let me get this right, Androgen Deprivation Therapy, keeping testosterone away from the cancer, your life is basically wrapped around that therapy. I was told about the cancer, but the cancer is not something I experience. What I do experience, and to some degree maybe even more experience, is the therapy. That's what's causing, or will cause, or can cause, most of the symptoms and the things that you've got to live with in your life. That's what I can do something about, my response to that therapy. If there's anything I need in my fitness, is as a response to their therapy. I need the therapy to destroy or make the cancer harmless, but my body is dealing with the therapy. I need strength because of the therapy. So I need to concentrate on the therapy. Now, most of the time, and I've been a nurse for a long time, so I'm not surprised that doctors don't talk to me. My doctor sort of didn't say anything. I asked if there's any, before I actually even read about it, I asked him, was there any side effects? And he said, well, you may be a little tired. Well, I think that in this case, this is something that they probably should talk a little more about, the probability and chances of particular types of side effects, because those side effects could be potentially mind altering, relationship altering, and you should be prepared more. For example, I think that he probably should have told me more about the fitness, and I don't know what his reasons were. Some doctors' reasons are they don't like to talk about side effects because they feel like there's too many of them, and if they start bringing them up, the patient will start to look at them and then start figuring them out and creating more in their mind. I've talked to a lot of people like that. So they say, best let's let them figure it out for themselves, and whatever they have, and they don't have, they don't have. And in some instances, I think that's true. In this instance, I don't agree with that approach. I think that it should be brought up. I read into the video, and their point was the side effects of the therapy for cancer. And his point was, he thought that overeducation in this situation was a good thing. And I tend to agree with him because, for example, they made a chart. I'm going to put the link to this video in the description too today. They had a chart on the prevalence of the side effects in their research. And this is a Canada research. So much so that when I wanted to join, because they have a free 1.5 hour class on it and a book to follow, it's only available for Canadian residents. And there's another version available for European residents. No United States. I repeat that, no United States. Not 100% sure of that. Why, but anyway, and I want to look into that too. But we're really heavy on the therapy, and I think that's a good approach to take. So to me, that's more of the way we should looking at that. Other than that, I've had a few good days, staying steady with the medication. It's still early in the therapy, obviously, but I'm staying steady. Workouts are going great. I'm going to continue this basic workout for another maybe a couple of weeks just to stay in. I'm stretching really good, doing a lot of rote work, and then working with these weights, trying to get a dumbbell routine. Just trying to pick up the strength. I'm gonna get a little heavier with the weights after this third week goes. I'll probably get a weight set and start really trying to press the resistance, planking, the resistance therapy, overhead dumbbell weights, curls, try to build up all those muscles. Doing pretty good so far, so I don't want to complain, but that's where I'm trying to set my focus on fitness and nutrition. Yesterday, a good day with food, had filling meals, heavy on the protein. So that was good, and it's satisfying too. So today I will definitely cheat a little bit because I'm gonna have some popcorn at the movies with no butter. So not the greatest option, but I can't go to the movies without popcorn. So we'll see how that goes. But I definitely wanted to talk about that part. I think we should, if you're on the androgen deprivation therapy, concentrate on what you can do to make that go well. You know, everything else will take care of itself. And a lot of that I don't even think is in your control. You know, if you concentrate on making that go well, and that goes well with exercise and diet, which also is really the only things that you can do to help the cancer anyway. So don't be afraid to research the therapy, research the side effects, because some of those side effects are psychological. Just let me give you the top 4 that they talked about in their chart that they found in their research in Canada. Number 1 was hot flashes. I've had one of those the first or second night of therapy, and I know it wasn't in my mind because I've never had a hot flash before, so that had to be a hot flash, because if it wasn't a hot flash, I don't know what it was. Maybe a small one yesterday, but I've done well with that. Second one, loss of libido. That's hard to tell all the time because it's early in the therapy. Erectile dysfunction, and then fatigue. So these things are major things that they need to talk to patients about. I will talk to my doctor about it when we go back. Maybe I will do some searching and see if there is a nurse practitioner involved in the area who specializes in it, you know, because that's usually a better way to go. But I would tell you this, if I do not find a nurse practitioner, I end up doing it myself. I don't have an advanced nursing degree, but I could figure it out because, you know, I'm in it now. So those things are important to me. So thank you for this being here for me. This day 7 through 9. I'll try to put those in the description. What I usually do is read over these notes and then I write the description. So I do the video first. In this case, I did the video first, and then I'll do the description later. But for all you men who are, or women who are listening to my journey, we're still early. A lot of surprises, a lot of things to come. Be doing lab work coming up Tuesday. Some baseline stuff for my appointment in another 2 weeks, and that's when the doctor plans on giving me the Lupron shots. I'm still working on getting my questions together before I let him stick me with it, but we will see how that goes too. So until then, I'll see you on the next diary entrance, which I'm looking forward to probably being Tuesday. That's probably what it's going to be because Monday I'll be booked up. So we'll talk to you again on Tuesday.